Hi, I'm Reverend Wendy Craig-Purcell here at the Unity Center in San Diego. Thank you so much for watching today. If you'd like to support the work that we do here, please consider making a contribution. Go to our website. It's easy to do. Thank you in advance for that contribution. As you know, if you have been with us over the start of this series, or if you've read the book, you know that Brené Brown is a researcher. And so she has approached these topics from that mindset. And her motivation was to discover what is it about people who live wholehearted lives. How do they do that? How is that different from the rest of us? And what can we learn from them? And so some of the things that she learned were easier to research and easier to put her arms around, so to speak. But she acknowledges that when it came to topics like intuition and faith, she winced a bit. I like that word, wince. She winced a bit because it seems so out there. It's like, as a researcher, how do you quantify intuition? How do you prove it? How do you set up a control experiment? Well, I'm not sure that you can. And that's why she kind of winced at that. And yet, there's no question. There is no question that these qualities absolutely make a difference in our lives. And when we sit and we talk to people whose lives seem to really be working, and we begin to unpack, as she did, what are some of the elements of that, we find that this practice of intuition, this leaning into and trusting faith, this letting go of the need for certainty, is very much a part of that whole process and dynamic. If we learn to trust our intuition, it can even tell us that we don't have a good instinct on something and that we need more data. Remember, she's a researcher collecting data. If we learn to trust our intuition, it can even tell us that we don't have a good instinct on something and that we need more data. When we charge headlong into big decisions, it may be because we don't want to know the answers that will emerge from doing due diligence. We know that fact-finding might lead us away from what we think we want. Have you ever prayed for something, got it, and then said, oh, that really wasn't what I wanted? Or you got it and you go, oh, well, it wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be like. I'm not sure I really wanted that. That's why you always put that little wonderful statement, this or something better, this or something better. So it is about cultivating our intuition. I've given you some ideas on that. It's about leaning into and trusting our faith and letting go of the need for certainty, which just means making peace with the fact that sometimes you're going to have to wait for the mud to settle before it becomes clear what is your next right step. Namaste.